All right, starting out with our warm-up today. All right, we're gonna start out stretching out those legs. All right, going hands up in the air, and we're just gonna come on down, stretching it out, touching those toes, hands coming up, and reaching on down, reaching on up, and reaching on down, stretching out those hamstrings, bending on down through those hips. All right, stretching out those hamstrings down and back up. Good. All right, we're gonna go one more on each side here, one more down to our left, and one more down to our right. Good. All right, and get a nice wide stance here. We're just gonna bring those fingertips down to the ground, opening up that chest, opening up those hips, reaching on up to the ceiling. All right, alternating right arm and left arm, reaching on up into the air, alternating right side and left side. Good. Coming on up and back down. We're gonna go one more on each side, reaching up to the right, and one more reaching on up to the left. Good. All right, and coming on up, bringing those feet back together. We're gonna stretch out those quads, pulling those heels up to the butt. All right, just alternating right side and left side, controlling that all the way through. All right, bringing that foot all the way in and up and back down. Just alternating right side and left side, catching your balance here, losing mine. All right. Woo. Right, good. And alternating right side and left side. We'll get one more on each side here, one more on the right, and one more on the left. Good. All right. And just gonna get our balance again, just pulling that knee up to the chest. All right, pulling that knee back and forth, right to left, pulling it on up nice and high. All right, getting that knee up to the chest, stretching out those glutes, stretching out those hips a little bit more, alternating right and left. Good. We'll go one more on each side here, pulling it on up, and then one more over onto the other side. Good. All right, and get our little hurdles coming up and over, activating those muscles on the outside of those hips. Drive that knee up and rotate it out to the side. Drive that knee up and rotate it over to the other side. Good. All right. And go one more on each side here, one more on the right, and one more on the left. Good. Shaking those legs out. Gonna kick those legs up, getting those hamstrings stretched out some more. Just trying to touch those toes out in front. Touching those toes out in front, kicking those legs out in front of that body, and stretching those hamstrings out. Trying to touch that opposite toe out in front of you. Good. We'll go one more on each side here, one more on my right, and kicking up one more on my left. Good. All right, shake those legs out. Get our arm circles here, arms out by our side, and we're gonna go small circles, bringing it around. All right, nice small circles here, keeping those shoulders pulled back. All right, nice little circles here, getting a little bit bigger with those circles, a little bit bigger now, keeping those shoulder blades squeezed back, and getting nice medium size there for those circles. Medium size, bringing it around, good, and then all the way over, all the way around. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shaking those arms out. Gonna go opposite direction now, keeping those arms out, and reverse direction. Reverse direction with those arm circles, keeping them small and bringing them around. We go. Good. Right, a little bit bigger with those circles, bringing them around. Good. And we'll get nice and medium size here, a little medium size, bring them around all the way. Good. And then nice and big all the way around. Nice and big all the way around. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake those arms out. Getting our shoulder shrugs, pulling those shoulders up and rolling them back. Pulling those shoulders up and rolling them back. Nice big circles with those shoulders. Nice big circles coming all the way around. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go opposite direction, pulling those shoulders back and rolling them forward. Pulling those shoulders back and rolling them forward all the way. Good. Nice big circles with those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, nice. And bringing those arms across that body, stretching out those shoulders. You're going to hug that arm nice and close to the chest, and bringing it over to the other side. Bringing that arm over to the other side. All right, reaching that other arm across that body, and back over to that first side. Back over to that first side, reaching it on across. All right, getting that shoulder nice and stretched. And we'll go one more back over onto that second side, reaching that arm across the body, hugging it nice and close to the chest there. Good, good, good. And coming up over the head, stretching out those triceps. Up over the head, stretching out those triceps. All right, bring that arm back behind you. Switching sides, over onto the other side here, stretching it all the way through. pulling down on that elbows, getting that tricep stretch, back over to the first side, back over to the first side, going to that first arm, up and over the head, and one more onto that second side. One more onto that second side, bring that arm up and over that body. Good, good, good. All right, shake those arms out. Get into a nice little side bend here. Bring that arm all the way up over that body. Reach, reach, reach all the way to your side. Stretch out that torso, stretch out that rib cage, all the way through the hips. And over onto the other side. Over onto the other side. Reaching on over. Good. All right, nice. Bring that arm nice and far over that body. And going back to that first side. Going back to that first side. Reaching all the way. Bring that arm all the way over that body. Good. Stretch it on out. Good, good, good. All right, and one more coming on over. All right, bring that arm all the way over that body. Good, good. And reach it on over there. Good. And coming on back up to the top. Nice. Shaking those cobwebs out from the weekend. Getting that stiff body loosened up. Today, first day of June, we are jumping on into June, which is ironic because we really don't have too many jumping exercises today, but jumping into June nonetheless. Day one, all right. So today's workout, a little ode to our traditional style, doing 8 different exercises, 1 minute a piece. We're going to go 2 times through. So we're going to be working out a little bit of the lower body, a little bit of core, doing a nice mix in between. So we're going to start out. I'll show you all the exercises we're going to be doing, and then we'll go through them all together. So we're going to start out our first exercise. We're doing a side lunge. So we're actually going to step over to our right side, coming down to a side lunge, coming up, and then just tapping that foot, going back down into that side lunge, and then popping up, just pushing off that right leg. We're going to do a nice active rest in between our exercises today. So our active rest for 30 seconds between the side lunges is going to be a little heel tap going side to side. All right, just tapping those heels on the inside. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. And then we're going to go over onto that left side, doing the same drill, side step into that side lunge, and then tapping that heel in the middle. All right, then we're going to come up, do an upright mountain climbers, coming up and down, just moving those arms and legs. Then we're going to go into a good morning, hands behind the head, bending over at our hips, stretching out those hamstrings, keeping that back nice and flat, and then coming all the way up to the top, squeezing that butt to thrust those hips forward. All right, then we're going to go into little butt kicks, kicking those butts, all right, with those heels, keeping those bodies on the toes. All right, then we're going to go into sumo squats. Hands around the feet here, and we're just going to drop the butt down as low as we can go, keeping those hands on the feet, on the ankles, wherever you can keep those hands, all right, while you're going through that movement. All right, after that one, we're going to go into jumping jacks, coming up and down, arms come up, legs go out, arms come in, legs come in. All right, if you need to, you can make a modified jumping jack going back and forth instead. All right, after that, we're going to go into an inchworm. So we're going to start on our feet, and we're just going to walk as far out as we can, all right, with our hands, and then coming back in, staying on those feet and those hands back and forth. All right, no cardio after that one because we're going to transition onto our mat. All right. Our next exercise on our mat is going to be a side bend. So we're going to go hands behind the head, and we're just going to come down, back up, activating our obliques on our sides, keeping our shoulders and our elbows pulled back, and we're just alternating from right side to left side, activating those abs to pull yourself back up, and then punching them onto the other side. Our active rest on this one is going to be a little hip extension, so staying on our knees, we're coming down, sitting down towards our heels, and then popping back up, just squeezing that butt to thrust those hips up off of your feet. All right, then we're going to go into a little reverse pulse, so we're going to go hands and knees, and then our left leg is coming out, and we're just going to pulse that leg out straight behind us. So we're going to try and keep that leg at parallel to the ground, and we're just squeezing that butt to keep it right in place. All right, then we're going to go into hip dips, into our rest period, going back and forth, dropping those hips down. All right, then we're going to do the other leg, and then finish up with a little up-down action. All right, coming up onto the hands, and then down onto the forearms. Up onto the hands, and then down onto the forearms. All right, then we're going to do that 2 times through. So we get to do that circuit twice through for the whole workout, all right? So we're gonna start out with those side lunges going onto our right side. Side lunges going onto our right side. All right, and we'll get that started in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, all right, starting with those feet in between. Starting up with those feet in the middle. We're stepping out to that right in 3, 2, and 1. We're coming down and then tapping that heel. Coming down into that side lunge, pushing off, and then tapping that heel or that ankle up into the middle. All right, pushing right off with that right leg, pushing that butt back behind you. All right, coming down and then popping back up. Coming down and then popping back up. Good. All right, pushing that butt back, pushing through that right heel. Coming down and up, keeping those abs nice and tight, good. Sitting back into that heel and then coming up into that middle. Sitting back into that heel and then coming up into that middle, good. Down and back up, good. All right, nice. And that next one we're gonna do is that heel tap, all right, for our little cardio portion in between. Heel tap with that cardio portion in between, all right, in 3, 2, and 1. All right, tapping those heels back and forth. Tapping those heels back and forth. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to here. Getting that heart rate up. All right, nice quick movement. Or just going side to side. Just getting that body moving. All right, just going side to side. Getting that body moving. Good. Tapping those heels back and forth. Good. All right, and we're going to be going into that other leg for that side lunge. Other leg for that side lunge in 3, 2, and 1. Other leg, stepping out, and then popping up. Other leg, stepping out, and popping up. Left leg, steps out to the side, pushing off, and then trying to touch that foot in the middle. All right, pushing off with that left foot, and then trying to tap it right in the middle, coming back up to that middle point, keeping that right leg straight this whole time. Keeping that right leg straight that whole time, good. Pushing that butt back, pushing off with that left leg, down and up, good. All right, nice job, nice job. Keep going here, keep going here, up and back, down, good, down and up, pushing right off, down and up, pushing right off, good, good, good. All right, 10 more seconds, then we're going into upright mountain climbers. Butt comes back, all right. And 3, 2, and 1. All right, upright mountain climbers. Climbing on out, climbing on out. Arms and legs are moving. Arms and legs are moving. Shoulders are back. Bring those knees up. Going as fast or as slow as you want to this morning. All right, good. Up and back down. Good. Nice job. Next up, we got are those good mornings. Next up, we got those good mornings. All right. Bend through the hips in 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. We're coming down and popping back up. All right, down and popping back up. Butt comes back. Pushing that weight back into those heels. Stretching out those hamstrings on the way down. And then activate those hamstrings to come back up. All right, stretching those hamstrings on the way down. Then activate those hamstrings to come back up to the top. Good, all right, down and back up. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come back up. As we're doing that motion, good, all right. Keep at it, keep at it. Keep those shoulders pulled back, elbows pulled back, hands interlocked behind that head. Down and up, good, down and up. We're going into butt kicks next. Butt kicks for that active break, all right? If you want it, if you don't have to do that break, all right? 3, 2, and 1, all right? We're just kicking that butt, kicking those butts up and down, all right? Bring those heels up, just tapping those toes to the ground. Again, you can go as fast as you want to or as slow as you want to for this one, all right? Just kicking those feet up, back behind you, good, 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 all right? Keep that body moving, keep that body moving. All right, we can go nice and slow, just kicking those legs up, or we can pick that speed up. We're gonna go into sumo squats next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, feet out wide, hands onto our feet. All right, coming down, and we're just opening up those hips on the way down, dropping that butt down as low as you can go, and then popping back up. All right, dropping that butt down as low as you can go, and then popping back up. Good. All right, nice, sitting back on those heels. Good. All right, down and back up, down and back up. Good. All right, nice. Keep those legs moving. Keep those legs moving. Dropping that butt down and popping it on up. Good. Dropping that butt down and popping it on up. Good. All right. Nice job here. Nice job here. Keeping those hands on the feet. Keeping those hands on the feet. Good. All right. We're going to come up into jumping jacks next. Jumping jacks are next. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Coming up into those jacks. Coming up into those jacks. You can do that full jumping jack, modified jumping jack. We're just staying on our toes here. Going out and back in. Going out and back in. Good. All right. Up and down with those arms. Up and down with those arms. Good. Out and in. Nice job. All right. Keep that body moving. Keeping that body moving this morning. All right. Staying on those toes. Going into inchworms next in 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're walking it out onto those hands. Walking it out onto those hands. Walk, walk, walk. All the way down into that plank position. And then walk it all the way back to those feet as far as you can. All right. Down and back up. Good. All right. Just walk it out. Control that walk. Bringing that butt down into that plank position. And we're going down and up. Good. Keeping those abs nice and tight. All right. Walking it out and back in. Walking it out and back in. Good. Control that all the way through. Control that all the way through. Good. Walk, walk, walk. Good. Back and forth. There we go. Good. Walk it all the way out and walk it all the way back in. Good. All right. Keep at it here. Keep at it here. Nice job. We got our nice 30-second break after this one as we transition to the mat in 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Nice. Take that break. Grab water if you need it. And we're coming down to our mat. All right. We're coming down to our mat. We're going to start out with those side bends, going right to left. Going side bends, going right to left. The right hands are behind the head. And we're just going to bend from the right to the left, activating those abs on the outside. All right. Activating those abs on the outsides. All right. In 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down to the right, up, and then dropping it down to the left. Good. All right. Keeping those hands behind the head, keeping those shoulders back. All right, keeping those elbows back. We get a nice stretch through those abs on the way down and activate them to come on back up to the top. Good, alternate right to left. Good, all right, nice, up and over. Nice, all right, up and back over to that other side. Good, keep that body moving, up and back down. Good, all right, abs are tightening up. All right, crunching those abs all the way in. Like you're trying to get that elbow down to your hips, all right, down, and then back up. Good, down, and then back up. Tightening up those abs, coming all the way up to the top. Tightening up those abs, coming all the way up to the top. Good, all right. Nice, and next up, we're gonna be doing those hip extensions. Hip extensions, dropping down to our butt and thrusting those hips forward in 3, 2, and 1. All right, sitting back onto those heels, keeping those hands behind the head. Sitting back and then thrusting those hips forward. Sitting back and then thrusting those hips forward. All right, tightening up those abs, squeezing that butt to get those hips all the way forward. Squeeze that butt to get those hips all the way forward. Good, good, good. Nice. All right, down and up, down and up. Good. We're going to go into that reverse leg pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Onto our hands and knees. And that left leg comes back behind us, and we're just going to pulse it up and down. All right, we're just going to pulse it back behind us, keeping those abs nice and tight, just squeezing that butt up and down, just squeezing that butt to get that leg up and down. Good. All right, just keep pulsing there. Just keep pulsing there. Just so yourself engage that glute on that left side to move that leg up and down. We're just engaging those glutes to move that leg up and down, keeping those abs nice and tight, all right? Keeping those shoulders back, keeping that back nice and flat here. Good, good, keep going, pulsing that leg out, all right? Just keep it moving, all right? Fighting through that burn, good, good, good. Only working against gravity here, keep at it, all right? Pulsing it out. We're gonna go into hip dips in that plank position in 3, 2, and 1. Into our planks, and we're dropping those hips from side to side. Dropping those hips from side to side, back and forth. Good, all right, drop it low and back to the other side. All right, quick dips side to side, quick dips right to left. Good, keeping those abs nice and tight from right to left. Moving those hips all the way through. Moving those hips all the way through. Good, good, keep going. All right, we're gonna go on to that other leg, pulsing in 3, 2, and 1. All right, right leg is up now. And we're pulsing out with that right leg. Pulsing out with that right leg, just squeezing that butt. Keeping those abs tight. Back is nice and flat. All right, we're just moving that heel up and down. We're just moving that heel up and down, keeping that back leg fully extended and just squeezing that butt. All right, keeping that back leg fully extended and we're just squeezing that butt up and back down all the way through. All right, squeeze that butt all the way through, moving that leg up and down, moving that leg up and down ever so slightly, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. All right, keeping those abs nice and tight. Good, the back is nice and flat here. All right, good, good, good. All right, next up, we're gonna be doing that up-down plank. Up on the hands, down onto the forearms. Up onto the hands, down onto the forearms. All right, 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming up and back down. Coming up and back down. The less you let your body wiggle, the harder that's going to be. All right, the wider your stance is, the easier it's going to be here as well. Coming up onto those hands and down onto those forearms. Up onto those hands and down onto those forearms. Good. Control it all the way through. Control it all the way through. All right, we get a nice rest. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Nice rest here, and then we're going to be going back through that circuit. All right. 1 circuit down, 1 circuit to go. 1 circuit down, 1 circuit to go. All right. Good deal. Grab some water here. Hydrate it up. It's going to be another beautiful day today. All right, so we're going to be starting where we first started. So we're going to start out with that right leg doing that side lunge. Right leg is doing that side lunge. We're stepping onto that right side, and then we're going to tap that heel right in the middle. All right, shifting that weight to the right, popping up right to the middle, keeping that left leg straight that whole time. All right, going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Stepping out to that right side, down, and popping up to the middle. Right side down, and then popping up to the middle. Good. All right, shifting that weight back behind you, coming down into that right heel, and then pushing off with that right leg, tapping that right foot into the middle with that left hand. All right, keeping that left leg straight that whole time. Keeping that left leg straight that whole time. Good. All right, down and back up. Good. All right, nice job. Good, good, good. All right, down and back up, pushing off of that right leg, pushing off of that right leg. That right butt comes back behind you, sitting back into that right heel, all right, and just pushing off, coming up to the middle, pushing off of that right leg, coming up to the middle, all right, good. And we're going to be going into those heel taps next. Heel taps coming up next, all right, with that little cardio portion, down and up, and 3, 2, and 1. Tapping those heels, going side to side. Tapping those heels, all right, getting that cardio up, just shifting that weight from right to left, and tapping those heels back and forth. Good, tapping those heels back and forth, keeping those abs nice and tight, going at our own pace here. You can go nice and fast, getting that heart rate up, getting that real workout in, all right, working on that cardiovascular system. Good, we're gonna go on to the other side in 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto that left leg. Onto that left leg, tapping that foot in the middle. All right, coming down into that side lunge. Good, and then tap back up into the middle. Tap back up into the middle. All right, shift that weight over to that left side. Butt goes back behind you. All right, pushing that weight up off of that heel through that left foot. All right, that right leg stays straight, keeping those abs tight. The lower you go here, the harder that's going to be. The lower you get down into that side lunge, the harder it's going to be, pushing yourself all the way up and off, coming airborne into that middle. All right, back and forth. Good. Back and forth. Nice job. All right, inhale on that way down and exhale as we're coming back up. Good. All right, and we're going to go into those upright mountain climbers in 3, 2, and 1. All right, arms and legs. Arms and legs. All right, good. There we go. Just moving it through. Moving it through. We're climbing that mountain. Climbing that mountain all the way. All right, arms and legs are moving. Going at your own speed here. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. You can march it or you can run it. All right, all the way. All the way. We're going to go into that good morning next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, hands behind the head, coming down and up. All right, hands behind the head, coming down and back up. Good. Bending at the hips, stretching out those hamstrings on the way down. And then as we need those hamstrings to come all the way up to the top, thrusting those hips forward at the peak of that motion. All right, thrusting those hips forward at the peak of that motion, making sure that you're squeezing that butt and really firing up those hamstrings up at the top of that movement. All right, keeping those shoulders back, elbows are back, ensuring that you keep a nice straight back here, coming down, getting that full stretch, and then back up to the top. Good, down to that full stretch, and then back up to the top. Good, 10 more seconds here, and then we're going into those butt kicks. All right, butt kicks coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, on those toes, and just picking those heels up. On those toes, just picking those heels up. Good, all right, up and back, down. Just moving that body through, all right? Just moving that body through. Good, down and up with those heels, kicking it all the way through, all right? Kicking it all the way through. We're just running into place here. We got those sumo squats next. Sumo squats coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, feet out wide, hands down by our feet. We're dropping that butt down, opening up those hips, and coming back up. All right, dropping that butt down. All right, get into those hips, and then back up. All right, hands stay down on those feet. Hands stay down on those feet, or the ankles, or the floor. All right, just trying to keep those hands down somewhere, and making sure that we stretch out those hamstrings on the way up. All right, get a nice stretch all the way through. If you don't get that full extension of the legs, that's all right. We just want to keep those hands in the same spot. Keeping those hands in the same spot, getting that full movement. All right, as that butt comes down, the chest and the head come up. And then as that butt goes up, chest and the head come down. Good, sitting back onto those heels. All right, good, good, good. There we go. We got those jumping jacks coming up next. Jumping jacks coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, up onto our toes, and we're hopping it out. All right, jumping into June on this one. Jumping into June on this one. All right, full circle here. Good, up and back down. Good, arms up, legs out, staying on those toes. You can always make that modification if you need to, just doing one at a time. All right, up and down. Good. All right, we're going to go into those inchworms coming up next. Inchworms coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, hands down onto the ground, and we're just going to walk it all the way out and walking it back in. Keeping those abs nice and tight here. All right, walking it in, nice and easy. Good. Nice easy steps here, coming all the way out into a plank position. All right, stretching that body out and then back down. All right, good. Stretching out those hamstrings as we walk back in, keeping those legs straight, Pushing that butt up into the air, and then walking it back out. Good. All right, walk it out, walk it in, walk it out, and walk it in. Good. All right, sinking that butt down into that plank position, going down and back in, going down and back in. Good. All right, nice job here. Nice job here, keeping that core nice and tight, keeping that core nice and tight. All right, walking it all the way through. Then we get that full break here. We get that full 30-second break in 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Grab some water if you need it. And we're back down onto our mats. We're back down onto our mats, starting out with those side bends going right to left. All right, so starting onto our knees here. We're going side bends, right to left, hands behind the head. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down to the right, back up, down to the left, and back up. Tightening up those abs to come up through that motion. Tightening up those abs to come up through that motion. Good. All right, making sure that we're engaging those obliques on the sides. All right, using those abs to pull yourself back up to the top. All right, so we're crunching on one side to come down, and then we're activating the other side to come back up. All right, crunching one side to get down, and then activating the other side to come back up. Good. All right, keep going here. Keep going here, down and back up. Keep those hands behind the head. Keep those elbows back. Keep those shoulders pulled back. All right, getting through all the way. Getting through all the way. Bend it to one side, then to the other. Bend it to one side, then the other. Good. All right, down and back up. Good. All right, we're going to go into those hip extensions, sitting back on those heels in 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back. All right, and then popping up. All right, sitting back and then popping up. Squeezing that butt to get to the top. Squeezing that butt to get to the top. Thrusting those hips forward. All right, keeping those hands behind the head. Keeping those hands behind the head. Keeping that back nice and straight. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. We're just sitting back as far as we can go. And then engaging those glutes to push those hips up and forward. Good, we're going to go into those reverse leg raises coming up in 3, 2, and 1. All right, left leg back behind us, and we're just pulsing it at parallel to the ground. All right, left leg back behind us, and we're just pulsing it at parallel to the ground. Small motion here, coming down and up, just squeezing through that left butt cheek. All right, raising that leg up and keeping it right there, just pulsing at that parallel position. Just pulsing at that parallel position, keeping that back nice and flat. Shoulders are back, abs are tight. Good, just raising that leg up and down. Just raising that leg up and down ever so slightly, engaging those glutes. All right, it's a quick, small relaxation of those glutes, and then you're just firing it right back up to get that leg back up to where it started. All right, up and back down. Good, good, good. Keep going here. Keep going here. All right, up and down. Nice job. All right, we're going to go into our hip dips next. Hip dips in that plank in 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto our forearms. We're dipping from right to left. Dipping from right to left. All right, back and forth. Good. All right, dropping those hips down, back and forth to the side, right to left. All right, engaging those obliques on the sides. All right, moving those hips from right to left. Moving those hips from right to left into that plank position. Good. Down to one side, then quick transition onto the other. We're going to go onto that other leg in 3, 2, and 1. All right, other leg and that reverse raise. Other leg and that pulsing raise. All right, right leg back behind you. Just squeezing that right butt. All right, right butt cheek is getting that work in. Right glutes. All right, inhale and exhale. All right, focus on that breathing. Nice strong core here. Shoulders are back. Abs are tight. Just raising that leg up and down. Just raising that leg up and down. All right, keeping that foot flexed. Pushing that heel back behind you as far as it can go. Keeping that leg fully extended. All right, we're just engaging those glutes on that right side. Just engaging those glutes on that right side. Pulsing that leg, feeling that burn in that butt, in those hamstrings. Good, pulsing it all the way through. Pulsing it all the way through. We're going to go with those up-down planks. Coming up next to finish out in 3, 2, and 1. All right, last one right here. Last one right here. We're coming up, and down, down. All right, up, and down, down. Keeping those abs tight. Just moving that body up and back down. Just moving that body up and back down. Good. All right, keeping those abs nice and tight, nice and strong. The less that body wiggles around, the more you're engaging that core. You want to try to keep those hips and that chest square to the ground that whole time. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, nice. There we go. We got to cool it down. We got to cool it down. All right. I'm going to start out with a nice hip flexor stretch here on our knees. Woo. All right. Starting out with that right leg forward, and we're just going to shift that weight forward into that right leg. All right. Just starting out with that right leg forward, shifting that weight into that right leg, getting that nice stretch on that left side. All right. Getting that nice stretch on that left side. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. All right. So we're not leaning all the way into our leg with our torso. We're keeping that torso back and just sinking that body down, stretching those hips all the way through. All right, just sinking those hips all the way through into this position. Good, good, good. All right, holding it right there. Holding it right there. Nice. All right, keep that up right there. Keep that up right there. Just gonna hold that all the way through. Hold that all the way through. All right, stretching that hip flexor all the way. And we'll switch it up in 3, 2, and 1. Switching over onto the other side. Switching over onto the other side. All right, getting that right leg stretched now. All right, left leg is in front. Right leg is back behind us. Keeping that those shoulders back and just shifting that weight forward into that left leg and letting that right hip drop down. All right, letting that right hip drop down into this position and holding it right there. Good, good, good. All right, nice. Nice stretch here all the way through. Nice stretch all the way through. Get that nice flexor stretch into that right side. Good, good, good. All right, holding it right there. Each time you exhale, sinking down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Each time you exhale, sinking down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Stretching that hip flexor on that right side. Good. And we'll come out of this stretch in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come back to our right side forward, right leg forward, right? And we're going to try and get our right elbow down to our right foot. Try and get that right elbow down to that right foot, stretching out the inside of the hips here. All right, stretching out the inside of the hips, bringing that arm as far down as we can go. All right, you should feel that stretch all the way down the inside of that right leg. All right, all the way up the inside of that right leg, up the inside of that thigh, into those hips. All right, might feel a little bit on that left side too, just trying to get into that position. And again, each time we exhale, trying to sink down a little bit lower into this position. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit lower into this position. Good, good, good. All right, hold on to it for a couple more seconds here. And we'll switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. All right, switching over onto the other side. Left leg coming forward this time. Left leg coming forward. And we're trying to get that left arm down to the instep. Left arm down to the instep. All right, sinking that body down low and getting that full stretch on the inside of those thighs. All right, on the inside of those hips on that left side. Should be feeling that predominantly. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit lower here. All right, each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit lower into that stretch. Good, holding that right there. Holding that right there. Good, good, good. And again, each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit deeper into that. Each time you exhale, sinking down a little bit deeper. And we're going to come out of that in 3, 2, and 1. All right, sitting onto our butts. Sitting onto our butts, we're just going to try and reach out, touching our toes. All right, we're just going to try to reach out, touching our toes, stretching out those hamstrings, stretching out that lower back. All right, trying to stretch out those hamstrings and that lower back, just reaching out, trying to touch those toes. All right, if you can't touch those toes, just bring those hands down to the shins and just try to crawl those hands closer, grabbing onto those legs and pull that body down closer and closer down to those legs. All right, again, each time you exhale, trying to come down deeper into that stretch, pulling yourself down a little bit more. Tucking that chin into that chest. Tucking that chin down into that chest, stretching out that lower back, stretching out those hamstrings. Good, good. Keep it there for a little bit longer. Keeping it there for a little bit longer. All right, sinking deeper into that stretch, getting that in the back of those legs, in the back of that lower back, feeling that all the way through. And we'll come out of that in 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Nice. Nice little way to start out the week there. All right.